Welcome to the Stadium Cars Nishibo International Classic Rally. SS1 Silver Peaks North begins the Stadium Cars Nishibo International Rally, nearly 20 kilometres of predominantly twisting forest road. It's to Neil Bates' liking, and he puts everyone else on notice that he means business, establishing a 13-second lead over the field. Dean Buist is the best of the rest, even with his co-driver Andrew Bullman momentarily dropping off the pace notes.
So a 4 right, tight or something? 30 to a 4 left, 50. Yep.
International guest Mickey Biason takes it easy on the unfamiliar roads. Perhaps he's getting used to the unfamiliar Porsche. Still, he's comfortably inside the top 10. Bates and Taylor continue to surge ahead of the field through the 7Ks of SS2 Ritchie Road, adding another 6 seconds to their overall lead by the first service.
Crest 120 and long 6 right.
No issues for defending champion Marcus van Klink through the early stages, but overcoming sleep deprivation might be important if he's to stop a rampaging Aussie.
Yeah, it's bloody fast, isn't it? Yeah, it's a long rally, so I mean, like last year, I think it's up to the last stage really, but I think our second stage is really good, so yeah, no, looking forward to it.
4 right, tight to 3.
Through the sometimes mountainous and twisty 28k Danzies Pass, Dean Buist finally grabs a stage win from Neil Bates, but only by 2 seconds.
To a 4 left.
1980 Otago rally winner Ian Begg is back again, although some niggling thoughts keep popping into his head these days.
I've been rallying for 40 years this year, so I woke up at 2 this morning in course and thought, this is ridiculous, I should be doing something like gardening. But anyway, I'm here and it's okay so far.
7 right, tightening 6 long opens.
Mechanical gremlins creep into Van Klink's RX-7 through the 24-kilometre Victoria Hill stage.
Well, just a couple of Ks from the end of that stage, just making a noise, and it sounds like the diff actually, so yes, unfortunately it's put us out for the day. So we'll put a new one in and head out tomorrow, I suppose.
After 20 years out of major rally competition, Mickey Biason seems to be getting back into the groove.
Each corner, I know a little bit better the car, so I get confidence. And of course, with my notes, and try to understand the rhythm. I like the stages; they are amazing. So I'm very happy.
Neil Bates is flying, winning 4 of the 5 morning stages in his RA40. His love of the Otago Classic, obvious.
Yeah, it's right up there. Like, fantastic roads, just sideways over crests and jumping, and yeah, just absolutely fantastic. Feel like I'm in Finland.
5 right, slipping maybe, 60.
The battle for second is between Buist and 3-time Classic winner Derek Asen, who thinks his co-driver might deserve some time behind the wheel.
We sort of tippy-toed through Danzies Pass a little bit, so Dean got a good run through there. So I think I might let Andrew drive for the next couple. He might be quicker than me.
Jeff Judd's pleased with his co-driver, Malcolm Reid, as well. The pair is currently sitting in 4th.
Yeah, I've used Malcolm once in the Gisborne Rally a couple of years ago, and his girlfriend Nicole sat with me for most of their Rally Extreme series last year, but she's committed to sitting with her brother for this rally, so he's filling in with me. So he's quite experienced and really, really light, so he's doing an awesome job.
Aussie Jeff David is looking to complete his first rally in his new Porsche 911, but the twisty roads are proving to be a handful.
We're struggling to get drive, so we've got too much horsepower and it's not pushing the car forward, so we're losing out there a bit, and we're using the organiser's notes, which are a little bit off, but we're okay.
Veteran Roger Townsend has lost none of his skill behind the wheel. He won the Otago in '87 and currently sits inside the top 10 after grabbing 7th through SS4. This year, it's a family affair. Son Mike is in the 1600 category in a Toyota Corolla, but Dad is not talking up the competition.
Yeah, well, that's a bit of the competition I like to play down. I don't want to put any pressure on either of us. Michael's in a much less powerful car and does a brilliant job in it. So we'll just keep doing what we're doing, and he'll keep doing what he does, and I'm sure he'll end up with a great result.
20 in 5 right.
Even though he's more comfortable driving his own Escort, this year Australian Stuart Reid is having gearbox issues. But they're not stopping him enjoying the Otago Classic.
Nah, just starting to get into the groove, and you've got some fantastic roads over here, and I love it. The Otago's a great event.
The reverse run of 20k Silver Peaks sees Dean Buist take his second stage win, but only by 0.1 of a second. Is he beginning to pull Neil's lead back?
No, but the gap to him beating me is getting smaller, but the time's getting longer. It's all good.
A feature of New Zealand's rally scene is the ability to run hybrid cars. It's a sort of mix and match attitude that appealed to Kane Barry.
Me and some friends decided it would be a good idea to use a V12, and then it was just a case of finding something it fitted into. This is probably a bit like negotiating an articulated bus or something through the forest, but it's good fun, you know. We're about as sideways as you can possibly go without falling off the world, so yeah, we're having a great time.
The V12 powered Beamer is far from falling off the world and keeps Barry and co-driver Jason West in 10th overall by the last of the forest stages for the day. Next stop, the tarmac around the streets of Dunedin. A fixture of the Nishibo Stadium Cars Otago Classic since 1996, the tarmac sprint is all about giving the local crowd something to cheer on. The boys and girls are happy to oblige. The accolades going to Roger Townsend, with Neil Bates hot on his heels.
So we've changed the gearbox, so that gives us 10 minutes tomorrow to put the sump guard on, finish tightening the starter motor, put the fan shroud back in, fix the electrical problem and get ready to go.
Will they make it? We'll find out in just a moment. Day 2 dawns bright and clear in Dunedin for the Stadium Cars Nishibo International Classic Rally. Stewie Reid's service crew had just 10 minutes to finish off the long list of repairs from yesterday, and it's a nervous wait to see if they've made it. Co-driver Ian Stewart waits on the official verdict.
I hope we've made it by the skin of our teeth, but it's not looking real good, so yeah, I'm very worried at the moment. I need to wait to see what my good-looking navigator's going to tell me.
He's got a smile.
That'll do me. We'll see you later on.
Yeah.
Smiles all round. Reid and Stewart start with a clean sheet for day 2. In Category B, Mike Townsend's objective today is pegging back leader Cameron Moore.
Yeah, absolutely. He's in our sights today, so lost a little bit of time through some of the tight, twisty stuff yesterday, just a bit low on confidence, and we'll try and pick it up today on the fast stuff.
Through the first stage, he closes the gap by 5 seconds to just 15. With another 7 stages today, the battle in B is going to heat up. At 29 kilometres, Ramrock is the longest stage of the event. Derek Asen sets about trying to reduce his deficit, pulling 5 seconds from Neil Bates, but a massive 20 seconds back from Dean Buist, whose concentration is tested as he and Andrew Bullman get used to running on pace notes again.
Small crest on lost speed. This is a small crest. Small crest like 150, another small crest, which looks like it's going to right over the top of it, 6 right, into 4 left. Oh, that was 1.
Having repaired a broken axle suffered before the tarmac stage last night, Tony Amers in his Fiat Abarth rejoins today and is on an early charge, almost catching Richard Anderson in his Alfa Romeo.
I think I was just a little bit distracted by the dust and what have you, and came into from a very long straight into a sort of a tight 5 right-hand corner, and I just clipped it inside and the back came out, and next thing you know we're actually seeing scenery going in all sorts of direction and bits of dust flying through the car, so yeah, it wasn't a good outcome in the end.
Just 5 seconds separates the first 6 cars through SS10, the first of 2 runs through the 10k Moonlight stage. Marcus van Klink rejoins and is only 0.4 behind Derek Asen, while Jeff David stretches the legs of the Porsche and grabs 4th. the veteran BDG master Roger Townsend sneaks a 5th place. The Otago Classic might not have the profile of the WRC, but Biasen and Fabrizia Pons are still afforded the luxury of a team manager. A role being handled by regular competitor Alan Dippy, who just happens to own the Porsche.
Yes, I've been demoted from driver to cook this year. Of course, I've done a lot of Otago Classic rallies over the years, but it's been a real privilege to have Fabrizio and Mickey over here. A privilege to have them driving the Porsche in this fantastic event.
The battle for class honours continues throughout the morning. Mike Townsend creeping ahead of Cameron Moore, but somewhat realistic about the circumstances.
He's still doing very well. He's not using pace notes and we are, so I don't know how he's keeping the pace he is. So, you know, it's a good little battle. It's not really a fair game, but we'll keep chipping away and see where we end up.
Driving blind is not the only issue for Cameron Moore.
We're still having a few mechanical problems. The clutch cylinders are still giving us grief, so I'm missing a few gear changes. But I think we took time out of Cliffy in that stage and the long one previous. Amazing stages, very fast.
Sitting in the middle of the pack in the lone V8 and going very fast is our youngest competitor, Nikita Gibson. Stepdad Tony Johnson has been providing her with plenty of show and tell for school tomorrow.
Well, I went on my class blog last night and my teacher's already put the picture and the ODT up, but I have a feeling that there'll be a lot of questions. But
Neil Bates still sits with a comfortable buffer at the top, but the big battle is on for second between Derek Asen and Dean Buist, with Buist overshooting in the tussock country of SS12 Longdale.
Oh, hang on. Sorry.
The move back to pace notes, but without a recce pre-event, is costing them 20 seconds in this case. Now, just 1.7 seconds separates them from Derek Asen. The door has been opened for a late charge. Asen will have his measure by the next stage. With a strong mix of international drivers and Porsches and hot escorts, Dean McCrosty has no qualms about the competitiveness of his own RX-7.
The RX-7 would be fine for keeping up with all of the above. It's the idiot behind the wheel that's doing the damage. No, we're having fun. Seem to be keeping up pretty well. A lot better than last year, so we're really happy.
30 and long 5 right minus tightens.
Marcus van Klink's RX-7 fares better, finally baring its teeth to take a stage win through SS14 Waipori Gorge, 3 seconds over Neil Bates.
Right 650.
A favourite among drivers is the signature stage, Kuri Bush. It rewards the brave with huge crest to contend with and 100% commitment required. With more than a minute lead heading into the final stage of the rally, Neil Bates's commitment doesn't falter. By day's end, he and Coral Taylor are clear winners, happy to prove the Aussie knockers wrong.
A lot of non-believers in Australia. Everyone told me this couldn't be done and we've done it, so very, very happy. It's been fantastic. What was it called? Waipori Gorge? Waipori Gorge and Kari Bush. Just, I reckon, the best stages I've ever done. Just fantastic.
7 left over crest, tightens to 5. And
it's a tight battle for second. Derek Asen has 7 seconds over Dean Buist, but puts everything on the line in the final stage of the day, the 11-kilometre Whāri Flat.
Oh, we nearly threw it all away in the air. Woo. That was good fun though. Yeah, it was pretty intense, but it's good.
In class battles, Mike Townsend achieves his dream, finishing 10th outright and the Class B honours over Cameron Moore. He knows the advantage he had over his rival.
Yeah, well, again, I said before, he's done very well without notes, so, you know, it's a bit of an unfair fight, but, you know, we got the chocolates at the end of the day, and that's the main thing, so, you know, very happy all round.
An Aussie takes the winner's trophy for the first time in the 16-year history of the Otago Classic. 3 times winner Derek Asen settles for second, with Dean Buist 25 seconds further back. Jeff Judd maintained consistency throughout the weekend to hold 4th spot, while our international guest, Mickey Biasen, bagged 5th outright amongst the 40-plus field. Dozens have crossed the ditch and failed to win what has become one of the coveted classic rallies of the Southern Hemisphere. With the bit between their teeth and inspired by a few non-believers, Neil Bates and Coral Taylor have become the first Australians to conquer the Kiwis on their home turf. No win for our guest of honour, Mickey Biasin, but we might just have won his heart for the Stadium Cars Nishibo International Classic Rally.
I never see so many nice stages in the same area, so I'm very happy. I would like to thank all the people in the organization that gave me the opportunity to be here, and I hope to be back in the future, of course.